Okay, Mapletree Industrial Trusts. Now, okay, again, the process is very standard. Business analysis, financial statement analysis, pricing analysis. Also, that's how I go through the process. I have to make sure I like the business, they are financially healthy, and they're undervalued. Oh. Okay, so for industrial trusts, now their properties are in Singapore and US. So this trust is actually quite large. You're talking about 86 plus 57 properties. So that is, well, yeah, now my maths cannot make it. It's 140, okay, 143, correct? 143, correct? 85, 143. Okay, so in terms of number of properties, they probably have one of the highest numbers. Okay, and because of that, they actually do a lot of trading. Yeah, so for information, they do buy and sell properties very frequently. Because all the property are smaller size. I'm not sure you all know, okay, even though it's called industrial trust, now 50% of their portfolio are actually data center really. Okay, so data center is the largest component of the industrial buildings. Of course, they have other things like high-tech, business park, flatted factories, ramp-up buildings, so on and so forth. But now their largest component is actually data center. Okay, they only have properties in Singapore and USA as per what you see here. Okay, so this is their allocation. As you can see, 54% actually in data center. So it's almost like a data center REIT. And the rest are over in the different property types. In terms of asset under management, North America is 50.7, Singapore is 49.3. This REIT, what happened here is this, okay, what is the problem with Singapore industrial property? Can someone remember now? I talked about it a lot of times before. What is the issue with Singapore industrial properties? What is the main thing that is? Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, their lease very short, very short-term lease. Okay, later I'll show you one table. So generally speaking, another 30 years, okay, all have to return to government. Okay, so Mapletree now is very actively adding at least overseas industry because, for example, US, their industrial properties are freehold. Also, they are actually trying to do something to alleviate this problem. If I'm not wrong, Mapletree Industrial used to be 100% Singapore. So now they are putting US so as to alleviate this problem of a leasehold property. Also, which I can see that they are doing quite a good job right now. Okay, so in terms of the property, one thing I pay special attention is their occupancy rates, and I need it to be more than 90%, which is happening. You can see that the occupancy is 94.4 for Singapore portfolio. North America is 93.3, overall is 94. So, okay, very happy with that. I don't think there's an issue. Okay, so this is the only worrying part, which of course for Mapletree Industrial, they are aggressively changing to more foreign. You have about, okay, the latest one is this, this purple block. And this is already based on last year. So 9% that is less than 20 years, as you can see. So this is how long more will their land tenure. Okay, the length of the land tenure. So 9% have land tenure which is less than 20 years, which is for within the next 20 years, all this will be returned to the government. Also, you can see 6.1% is between 20 to 30 years, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, so of course the freehold ones is mostly their US properties. Okay, they're mostly their US properties. The Singapore ones, you don't have a freehold industrial freehold property for industrial in Singapore. Okay. Okay, so one thing good about industrial property is their dividend profile is very steady one. Okay, I don't know why there is a dent here during the COVID period, obviously, but if you actually look at the overall DPU, is only one way up consistently over the past 10 years. Even during COVID period, can you see? It also increasing. So it did not drop at all. Okay, I'm not too sure why they actually show it here, but probably there's some readjustment. I think they delay certain payout of dividend, but eventually will give back. So there is actually no impact on the rental, no impact on the dividend. So that is the beauty about industrial properties. Okay, so it's always good to check the latest because this is not part of the annual reports. So in the latest, you can see that the performance has also been quite good. The revenue is up, the property income is up, the distribution per unit is up. Okay, so very happy. The outlook, I think I will just leave it to you, but basically, is expected to be stable. So quite interesting. I think they purposely put it to let people know not to worry. They want to put as challenges, cannot do how lian. But then, how should I put it? Then they tell them, hey, in fact, there's not much impact. Okay, he says a challenging operating environment in view of uncertainty over trajectory of economic recovery. But down here, can you see impact on Singapore portfolio? Rental area of more than 1 month was 0.8% of previous 12-month gross revenue, which was lower than 1%. So basically, there is an improvement. Okay, rental area means that people delay in paying their rental. So in fact, there's an improvement. Okay, so long story short, industrial is supposed to be stable, and based on their outlook, I think it's still going to remain stable. Okay, don't expect a lot of growth. You don't expect a lot of challenges, or don't expect a lot of downturn as well. Okay, North America, in fact, they are actually quite positive. By the way, this outlook is from Mapletree itself. So of course, they tend to be a little bit more optimistic. So anyway, you can see that they believe that the American portfolio, there's a growth opportunities. Okay, so you can actually read about this. So they are basically quite positive about their US adventure. So to summarize, okay, based on the outlook, now they have a stable and resilient portfolio. And okay, so this is very interesting about industrial properties, especially like very big ones. You have 100 over properties. So they will be growing by acquisition because the industrial property in terms of size, in terms of quantum, how expensive is this, right? Okay, in terms of quantum, is how should I put it? It's a lot lower, a lot lesser. So like for example, if you want to buy a mall in Singapore, the cheapest mall is probably a lot in terms of quantum, is a lot higher than an industrial property. That's what I'm trying to put. That's why they can very easily buy, very easily sell. Okay. And they have the intention to do so. They'll keep growing by acquisition, as you can see here. So that is one of their plans in mind. So you'll see Mapletree Industrial probably do keep having rights issue so that they will keep buying more properties. Okay, in terms of finances, pass my test. Okay, this one, I need it to be, okay, less than how many percent? Can someone help me here? Leverage ratio must be less than how many percent? Okay, 40%. Thank you so much. So it passed. Okay, this one, interest cover must be more than how many times? Interest cover must be more than how many times? 3. Thank you so much. So it passed. Okay, so by the way, this is just more for information. A lot of people ask me, hey, interest rate increase, is it going to affect the REITs? Not in the short term. Why? Can you see most of the debt are fixed? Okay, so it only impact them when the debt is due. It only impact them when the debt is due. So short term, the increase in interest rate, if any, is actually quite muted because most of them are already on a fixed interest rate, 70%, as you can see. Okay, so this is the debt maturity profile. So what we actually want to see here is this: is there any particular year whereby a lot of loans are going to be matured? And of course, if so happen they're so unlucky that the year that they need to refinance, the market not good, then they'll be in trouble. So the general benchmark is we don't want to have any particular year more than 35%. So it is actually quite okay. Yeah, the FY 26-27 is a little bit high, okay, but then it's still quite some time away, so I'm not so concerned. So I like the business data center. They can easier growth by acquisition. They are now slowly changing to focus more on US portfolio, which is freehold. So all this, I'm actually quite happy about it. Now, valuation. This is what I did. Past 12 months dividend, 13.8 cents. Current price 262 when I do it in this afternoon. So dividend yield is 5.27%. Okay. And based on the fair yield, okay, let's go through fair yield. Okay, if you look at Mapletree Industrial Trust, is 4.74. Okay, 4.74. So basically now is considered as undervalue, undervalue, and it's still worth a buy. So obviously, even at this point in time, okay, again, like I said, number one, when I buy REITs, I don't care about the market timing one. Okay, and of course, as long as I can find undervalued fair value one, I will buy. So yes, this is definitely something I will consider on the assumption that I only have that 5 REITs before that.